This is how
Yes, there we go.
works to upgrade your health routine by combining many quality ingredients into.
Let's make sure that my mic sounds nice. We want to make sure that the mic is, yes, the mic is on point. All right. Now, now that we know the mic is on point, let's make sure we have our soundboard in effect. Let's make sure we have our soundboard in effect. Let's make sure we have our soundboard in effect. All right, so we're gonna get to it for y'all tonight, man. Tonight's live, right? Let me pull the gentleman up. Because I see a lot of people, you guys love to speak on boxing, as we all do. But some of us actually do a little bit more than just speak on it, you know. So I wanna examine something that is a hot topic to me, right? Like I said, I reached out to my guy. He sent me a video today, but he still didn't answer. He still did not answer as to what I was asking him about. But I did see some content put out on this. So now I'm going to put my own content out on it. And I'm going to do what I do, right? So Boots and this, let me get his picture up there. Let's get Boots up there. Let's give him the proper due so you know who we are talking about. Right? Please share this. I'm gonna share it too. But please, for those of y'all that really fuck with boxing, share this because I'm giving away free gems tonight. Like a lot of guys talk boxing, they are very unsuccessful at talking it. Right? That's why they feel validated by speaking it with other quote unquote bums. Right? It is what it is. Take it how y'all want to take it. Right? All right, but this is the man of the hour. Well, we'll try to keep it under an hour because we have other things to do tonight. But that is the man, Jerron Ennis, right? So Jerron Ennis was in the news, or Eddie Hearns had made a offer, right, to try to get him to matchroom. Coach Ring, can you pass me that pencil right there? Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Great assistance on deck, right? So now Jerron Ennis was offered a matchroom promotional contract, right? Y'all following that from Eddie Hearns? Because Jerron Ennis is a promotional free agent, even though he fights underneath the Premier Boxing Champions banner. No, it has to charge. It has to charge. No. Even though he fights underneath the TGB or PBC promotional banner, he's a promotional free agent. Now, Jerron Ennis he's been over there for a while doing this, right? We had him tied with Steven Espinoza, who is a lawyer by trade, now no longer the head honcho with Showtime Boxing, since Showtime Boxing is not in the business. Maybe about a month ago, a month prior, a picture surfaced of Steven Espinosa and Boots and his father and YSM. Shout out to YSM Jabil. He posted big things cooking. What's cooking, right? He's still a free agent, right? But we're gonna get to that, right? So now he was offered a deal from Matchroom, which he declined. Another content creator had put out prior to this that I think Mayweather Promotions was interested in signing him. Do y'all remember that? Mayweather or Leonard Ellaby, they was on Twitter. They tweeted that Boots Ennis we could make him a superstar. I remember hitting up Pop Ennis at that time. Rest in peace to Cameron Duncan. Cameron Duncan was still alive. There was no interest. Pop Ennis told me, and let me get the right. I want to, because you know me, I don't want to misquote nobody, right? Because I was ready to speak on this at the time. I was ready to speak on this at the time. All right. Okay. Okay, Pop told me as soon as I get the information, I'll let you know, great brother. I said, I got you. Still nothing. That was November. Damn. Look, I said a month ago. That was 2 months ago. Man, time is flying, right? So that was 2 months ago when Floyd and them was showing the interest. And I asked him, I'm like, yo, y'all thinking about making a move to Mayweather, huh? And he said he will let me know. So now we are in 2024. Look, so that's why it's always good to have your notes, right? So now with us being in 2024, hold on, let me share this. I'm bugging. I've been doing that lately, right? I get the going now with this new setting, right? With this new step up setting, I get the going, and I sometimes I forget to share the content, right? I just forget. You know what it is? I think too I forget because now, like I said, with the new setup, man, I'll be in my bag up in here, man. I'll be in my bag, right? People telling me I'm very professional. I know I've been lapping a lot of guys, right? You know, it is what it is. You know, that's what I'm about, though, man. I'm about growth, succeeding, right? Um, all right. I just want to make sure I got that out to everybody. So back to what I was saying, right? He Mayweather and them showed the interest. I hit Pops up. Pop, shout out to WCS. Appreciate you. The Colonel was in the building. The Colonel, man. And before I get sidetracked, let me say this, right? Let me check this off too. Shout out to WCS. I seen guys speaking on this, right? And let me tell you guys something. Step y'all game up, right? When fighters, right? Most fighters have media that they consider friendly media. And what I mean by friendly media, these are media people that they fuck with strongly because these are people that rocked with them, right? And when it comes to Jihad Tucker, Team Tucker, media, World Combat Sports is definitely one of our guys, right? Let's not, you know, let's put that out there, right? Because all fighters have media. When Ellie is cool with Tank and Spence and them, it's okay, right? So moving forward, definitely, I want to give Combat his flowers. He is definitely a Team Tucker, Jihad Tucker media guy. Hopefully you heard that round of applause, WCS. I'm trying to work the soundboard and the mic and do all these things, but pretty soon I probably will have my own engineer and they could do those things for me. But back to Boots now, right? So Boots turned down. This is in the news by Shanewz, but this is consulting services. So Boots Ennis turned down the Mayweather. Mayweather was interested. And I remember hitting his father, right? And his father said no interest. They're gonna do their own thing. And rest in peace to Cameron Duncan because he was co-managed. But Cameron Duncan has since passed away, and the father is also the manager. Now, I'm going to play some content from Barbershop Conversations, aka Fred X. He did a video, And this is what brought this live up for me. Like I said, me and Fred don't see eye to eye, but I do listen to a lot of content creators. Just because I don't see eye to eye with them does not mean I don't listen to them, right? But I think Fred brought up some great points in that piece that he did the video. That's why I'm doing this free consulting live. So he turned down the Mayweather promotions, as I seen with the father. I told you, I spoke with him, and he said he'll let me know. So they wasn't interested in Mayweather, right? Steven Espinoza took the picture with them November, and they said YSM reported big things cooking. Steven Espinoza is no longer with Showtime. Now he's supposedly going to be at some form of capacity for Prime, and when PBC does get that together. But Boots Ennis, on the other hand, is still unattached to anybody as the promotional. Now, Matchroom laid it out for him. He declined Matchroom. Now, this is the consulting part with me. I am going to say this. I'm going to say, damn, you aren't signed to Mayweather. You're not signed to the PBC. Now, Matchroom offered you guys some sort of a deal that you declined. You have these media guys, right? Nobody in particular, but you have media guys, content creators, pushing for you to fight Terrence Crawford. Now, speaking with Terrence Crawford from Twitter and guys that is close to him and Bernie the Boxer, watching them, you're not going to get a Terrence Crawford fight. Terrence Crawford has just tweeted that you are a theater fighter, which means that the money is not going to be there, right? Now, me being a consultant, and this is what I do too, I would have said, damn, the Terrence Crawford fight, I know we wanted that fight. I know we've been pushing for that fight, but that fight does not look like it's going to happen. Matchroom, on the other hand, has a fighter in a Conor Benn, right? Eddie Hearns is known to be rather giftful, right? With the wallet, right? You have a belt, a legit IBF belt, right? Conor Benn has a fight coming up, I believe February. Don't hold me on the date. Please, somebody help me that's in here, because the help is always appreciated, because, I can only do so many things by myself. But Conor Benn campaigns in the welterweight division, as so does Jerron Ennis. And like I said, February 3rd. Thank you, Toby. You get the star of the night, as always. Shout out to my guy, Toby, the UK ambassador, Team Tucker official boxing business, a.k.a. The Source Experience, the news by Shanewz producer. Hopefully you got your round of applause, Tobe. But back to what I was saying now. Conor Benn, right, is over there. I know Eddie Hearns would love to get that belt. I know he would love to get that belt. Shout out to WCS. I watched WCS earlier, speaking about leverage. That belt is leverage. Rest in peace to the deceased Cameron Duncan. I would have said, if we was all sitting down and we was talking, I'd have said, man, are you sure you don't want to sit down and maybe do a 2-3 fight deal with Eddie? And the reason why I'm saying that is because you've been fighting over there on the PBC now for some time. You don't have nothing going on with them as far as a contractual promotional deal. You want to fight Terrence Crawford, who called you a theater fighter. That means you're not really moving the gate. So I say this, and we've seen in the past, the top guys over there didn't want to fight you. Check this off now. The Source, the news by Shanewz. Look at the gems I'm giving y'all. I'll let that soak in for a second. Let that soak in. Now I'm going to rewind that back and break that down real simple. Basically, what I would have been telling him is, you are the newly crowned IBF champion. You got the belt via email, whatever, but you have it now. You got these guys on the YouTube pushing for you to fight Terrence Crawford, which is not going to happen. Your profile isn't big enough to get you a Terrence Crawford fight. You've been over there for a while chasing these guys. You couldn't get an Earl Spence fight. You was his mandatory for how long? They didn't give it to you. So these guys aren't giving you the fights over there. Keith Thurman did not want to fight you, but you're still sitting around here waiting. Why? I don't know. This is what I would have said. But hey, what do I know? But now I would have said, man, we got Eddie over here. Eddie is known to cut the checks. He has Conor Benn, who is fighting, thank you, Tobe, February 3rd in Vegas. I'm pretty sure he will pay a king's ransom for you to fight Conor Benn. Does that make any sense? If y'all in here catching that, please let me know. Just don't be quiet, because I'm pretty sure some of y'all gonna try to run with the sauce, right? I'm giving you free gems over here. Free gems. The Cash App is in the, but I'm giving y'all free gems. This is free consultant right here for Boots Ennis, right? Because he apparently turned down a matchroom deal, but yet he can't get none of the big PBC fighters to fight him. This is what they've been telling us for years. So why would you sit around waiting for a PBC fight and you're not going to get Bud Crawford? But so why are you sitting around waiting for a PBC fight when you just had leverage? You got leverage with the IBF belt. Conor Benn and his promoter who wanted to sign you probably would have paid you a nice piece of change. Now, I'm not going to go into your pocket, but what I am trying to do is paint the picture is Cameron Duncan, rest in peace to the late, great Cameron Duncan, had you over there. You didn't get a Keith Thurman fight. The biggest name probably over there that you got maybe is Ramon Villa. So you're not getting the names over there. But like I said, you're the champion now, the IBF champion. Eddie Hearns and them was ready to dance with you a little bit. And I'm pretty sure, maybe like Cameron Duncan is no longer with us, but I'm pretty sure your father, who was a smart, intelligent man, could have, you got leverage. You got a belt. You got an IBF belt. I'm pretty sure they want Conor Benn to have that belt, and they're willing to pay for him to fight you. So my whole thing is with the news by Shanewz is, why turn down a deal with Matchroom when you really don't have nothing going on with the PBC? Did y'all catch that right now? Or do I need to keep elaborating on? Did y'all catch that? Please, there's 3 of y'all in here. Do not get tongue-tied. Feel free to type. Let me type for you. Oh, man, talk to him, Toe. Talk to him. Hello. Hello, what you said, Mr. 5% delivering a free hot sauce? Hello, let them know, Toe. Yes, Tobe, let them know what type of boxing talk is going down over here. This is not your, hey, I'll take the glasses off for y'all so y'all can see my eyes. This is not your regular go in the mill, sitting around getting high and drunk and talking about successful people, but hating on successful people that you know in real life. Hello. But yes, why wouldn't you, right? Why? At the end of the day, we are all in the business to make money, right? If Eddie Hearns is willing to pay you and you're sitting over there with these guys and they're not paying you, I'm not going to get in your pocket, but it's obvious they're not paying you because, like I said, I know a lot of people that know Bud, right? If Bud says you are a theater fighter, that means you're not getting the bread. That means you're not getting the bread. And that has nothing to do with your skill level. Bud is on his way out. Bud is trying to get to the bag. He wants the money. Bud knows the mission. Shout out to Terrence Crawford. I did the laughter because I see you out there scorching these guys, man. Bud, you are scorching these guys, man. And shout out to your team and everybody that's affiliated with you, Shout out to the guys, the good brothers, the North Side Apaches. That's what I call them. That's my tribe too, the North Side Apaches. They some warriors out there. Yes, he said Eddie got matching rights on Devin Haney too. So could have been a Devin fight too. Man, listen, Tobe, I'm not gonna do all that tonight, Tobe. I'm just, this is free, man. These guys don't even like to watch me, let alone donate to my channel. And I think I just gave enough $1 million worth of game right there because they walked away from millions of dollars with Eddie. What do you think, Tobe? What I just gave you was that at least a 7-figure play? Toe, be honest now. I can talk to you, Toe, because see, when I come on here and I talk the logistics, I understand, and I know from what I'm kicking, you can understand. A lot of these guys that come on here, they can't understand. You know, my frequency, my level of speaking when it pertains to dealings of boxing is too much for them. But just know this: when you have a belt, which Boots Ennis has a legit strap, the IBF. I should have brought my IBF belt down here tonight, but I have a lot of equipment now. Pause, right? I have a lot of equipment that I set up now, so I didn't bring the belt with me because that's in another suitcase, right? But I should have brought that out here and had that on my shoulder like I do sometimes at the crib, right? Because that would have gave it more of a look, right? Because Boots has the IBF. See, I can understand where Butter's at. Been there, done that. Already been 2-time undisputed. Why does he need to fight Jerron Ennis? Especially if he's not going to get paid what he wants to get paid. But Jerron Ennis is sitting around waiting and having these goofballs on the internet put out content as to Bud and Bud. But you're not even fighting Keith over there. You're not even fighting none of the guys over there. But yeah, I don't know, man. Are y'all catching this tonight or what, man? Are y'all catching this tonight, man? For real, man. For real. Share this, Toe. Let Eddie know, man. And the reason why I'm talking about Eddie, because I know Eddie's a businessman. Met him a couple times in passing, got a picture with him. I didn't really break bread with him like that, but I think pretty soon we might be breaking bread because, I got some young boys with me, and the young boys that I got with me, they are the creme de la creme. And one thing about the business of boxing, we entertain offers. Are you entertained? Do you understand what I mean? He said, definitely, Sean, Eddie would have paid well for Boots to sign. I know this. I don't know what these guys don't know, man. Maybe like I said, rest in peace, Cameron Duncan, man. Maybe Cameron's passed away, and they've been with Cameron so long, and they probably it's a mourning process and all of that. But man, I don't know. I just don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. You're sitting over there with a belt, like you have leverage. See, you know what it is? I think some of these guys, and I say, look, hold on, let me take the glasses off so y'all can see the sincerity in me, right? I think some of these guys, right? A lot of these guys, at the end of the day, they listen to the wrong people. They get caught up on this YouTube shit, and you have YouTubers who don't even have legit careers trying to tell people how to run a business. Because in a sense, that's what a boxer is. A boxer is his own entity. He's his own enterprise, his own business. So you have people that are unsuccessful in life who are trying to get rich quick on the internet. And they come on here and they have a look, they have a gimmick, and they run with that shit, right? But then when it's time to really, go put in the work or, actually put shit together, they have no clue. Because we seen that today, right? And a lot of the content that came out today. And I want to, like I said, highlight my man WCS. WCS, when he was mentioning Frank Martin, and he said, why would Gervonta Davis fight Frank Martin? And WCS is very smart and intelligent, right? Because what WCS said, like I said, WCS could be a consultant as well. He could be a manager. He can go to bat for some of you guys, right? Frank Martin has no leverage. Like, what fights you for what? Like, you know what I'm saying? What am I fighting you for? You walked away from $1 million and the title. You're 29 years old. Why would I fight you? But that's what they're saying. He's the next one for Tank Davis. What does he bring to the table for Tank? Because, to be honest, listen, shout out to Tank. Listen, Tank, man, I know your peoples is down right now in the who scale and all that. But listen, go ahead and fight that nigga, right? And listen, you don't even have to throw me nothing on this. You go ahead and fight that nigga, right? Fight that nigga for $750,000. Don't even offer him $1 million. Say 750. Take it or leave it. Cocksucker, beat it. He's got to take it. Listen, he's got to take it, right? At the end of the day, if they want him to fight you, right? Because listen, he walked away from $1 million plus, right? And I'm gonna tell you why you do him like this, Tank. This is free gems right here. This is called set tripping. This is called black on black because they're all PBC boys. So we're set tripping. Tank, this is what you do, right? If Frank Martin wants to fight you, you offer him 800,000. Look, I'll give you an extra 50. You offer him 800,000 and say, and if he tries to front, be like, nah, man, that's not enough. Be like, motherfucker, you only made 250. You only made 250. I'm Tank Davis. I'm the A side. Why would I give you anything more? And then let him say, well, Shakur and them offered me 1 point something, and you declined it. So now you're back over here where I run shit. You take 800. Well, I don't want to fight you. I guarantee you that motherfucker will take it. Hello. Yo, what y'all think about that, man? What y'all think about what I just said? You think make him take 800, man? I'm telling you, he can. If that's who they talking about him fighting. Because I'm gonna tell you, the only reason he got that million plus was because it was with Top Rank. This guy was over there fighting for 2.25, man. 275. He was fighting for 275, a little over $250,000. And what the Top Rank and them do, they try to throw him $1 million. This guy was fighting for 2.25, man. He was a quarter water, man. This guy was a quarter water. And listen, y'all get mad at Rick Glacier, right? Rick Glacier got over 33 years in the business. I got a couple of years in the business under my belt. And I know the powers that be, they not feeling, homie. That fight was all lined up. Like my man would say, that ham was cooked, sliced, and ready to be glazed. And this dude walked away from it. $1 million. And I just told you he was only a quarter water. He was a guy. Look, this ain't a quarter water. This is cranberry, a lot of water, and some more. But this guy was a quarter water, goddammit. This guy was a quarter water. Let's get to my good brother Toby's comments. Tobe says, let me get to your comment, Tobe. Hold on. Hold up. Tobe said maybe Eddie could have gotten Boots a Saudi fight later or down. Man, Eddie could have did a lot. Man, listen, I touched on that. I'm not going to keep going in on that because I know motherfuckers is going to run with the plays that I'm talking about. I think I put enough information out there, for free. Tobe, let's be real, Tobe. The shit that I was kicking on that topic, Tobe, that's you said it best, Tobe, Mr. 5%. But I just feel like talking some shit tonight just because I want to. Just because I want to, because that's where I'm at now. I'm feeling like I'm so cool. Let me throw my frames back on. I know I took my frames off, but I'm feeling like I'm so cool right now. When it comes to this talking, this boxing, and actually having a certified resume and being somewhat successful on many different levels in this game now. That's why I said I'll come on here and discuss a little bit of logistic talk, a little bit of advisory talk, a little bit of consulting talk. Why not? Because it's, the saying, each one teach one. Each one teach one. Even though these guys don't listen to me or claim to listen to me, each one teach one. But I know they listening to me because I see the tweet. See, the rest of y'all ain't gonna act like I ain't moving the needle around here. Or I ain't shaking the building up, right? Who said? Who was on record screaming like, bro, you can't see. Look, take the glasses off again. You can't see, but they were saying it was your rib. They were saying it was your rib. And all of a sudden, now we got tweets coming out. I had to take a shot. You sure it wasn't a shot of this? But this ain't your type of drink. You sure it wasn't a shot of that? But hello. Y'all keep acting like the mole ain't giving me credible information over there. Right? But Toby says, let's get to what you said, Tobe. You can only negotiate from strength, not weakness. Yeah, that's what I said. I know what you're referring to. Frank Martin. Man, listen. If Frank Martin does get that fight, get that nigga peanuts. Get that nigga 800,000. Tell him do that nigga like Jay-Z said, Tank, right? Do like Jay-Z said. tell him 800K cocksucker or beat it. Or beat it, right? Or beat it, right? And then if people like, man, that ain't right. But like, nigga, you only made a quarter over here. You only made a quarter. You taking 800 or beat it. Word up, man. Beat it. Man, you know my body, man. You know my body. But yeah, so but I don't think I want to keep talking about Jerron no more. Right. I feel like I gave out enough free nuggets on that situation and my expertise on like, to me, I don't know. I'm waiting to get sick. Shout out to WCS. I seen WCS talked about that too. Like, I'm waiting for the schedule to come out, man. I feel like being sick. I want to be sick. This wonderful, well put together video right here. You see the legend. That was the legend, man. For those of y'all that don't know, that was the legend. There's another legend, living legend right there. But that was the legend. That was, the only man. Let me see if y'all know. Listen, that was the only man in history. Right? To defeat the Hitman Hearns twice. Do y'all know who that was right there? Do y'all know who that was? Do y'all know who that was right there? The only man in history to defeat the Hitman Hearns, not once, but twice. And when I interviewed him, I made him say that. For those of y'all that don't know who I'm referring to. That picture that you see with me, him, and my daughter, him and Marley. Y'all know who that was, man? Y'all know who that was, man? Y'all talk boxing every day, right? Y'all didn't know who that was? Do I need to pause it? Do I need to pause it on that frame? I'll pause it on that frame for y'all. Hold on. Is it right here? Ooh, man, I missed it, but I'll bring it back. Hold on. I'll bring it back. When it comes back, I'll pause it, man. Y'all know who that was, man? Do y'all know who that was, man? Please tell me y'all know who that was. Y'all talk a lot of boxing on here, man. Y'all know who that was right there. The only man to beat Tommy Hearns twice. He beat him twice. Y'all know who that was, man? That man is a legend. He came up in the Four Kings era. I think the only king, Sugar Ray. He didn't fight. He didn't fight Ray Leonard. He didn't get Hagler either. But he lost to Duran. And some people say he really won that fight. He fought Hearns twice. There's a documentary out on him. I think it's called The Fifth King. Y'all know who that man is? Y'all know who that man is, man. Please tell me y'all do, man. As much boxing that y'all discuss, as much as y'all talk about successful people, I feel like this guy is very successful. He's from the BX. There he is right there. He's from the BX, but we'll keep it on Jihad. That was none other than Iran the Blade. Yes, the Blade Barkley. Iran Barkley, man. Shout out to the Blade, man. But Toad, man, how was the sauce tonight, Toad? Was that a free? Listen, you see, I'm not speaking on that no more, right? Because shout out to Rick Glacier. Rick put me on to that, so I'll be fucking with you, Rick. I'll be hearing you. That was, if I would have continued on, right? That was free, so I can't give you the full hour. I can't, because we charge by the hour. Shout out to Rick, man. Rick said we charge by the hour, so I think I gave y'all a healthy amount of gems on that, man. That couldn't be my whole hour, man. Because it was free, man. Like I said, I gave that to y'all for free. I'm not gonna give you the whole hour for free. Because I was giving away some nuggets, man. Right or wrong, Toe? Did I give away some nuggets in them breakdowns? So I can't give the whole hour out. But I will talk on this. I got my notes here. Teofimo Lopez got you guys again, but he's getting tore up right now. See, he started fucking with the big bad wolf. He huffed and puffed, and Bud beat him down now on Twitter, bro. Bud beat him down, man. Yeah, he beat him twice, man, right? Twice. We can look that up, right? Look. Only man. Only man. Right? Only man. Look, we'll look it up right here. Look. Sugar Ray Leonard didn't do that, man. Only man. Look, can you see it? Can you see it? Look, can you see it? Can you see that toe? Only man. Twice. I ran to Bay Barkley. I ran Barkley to tell you that, right? If you ever get a chance to run into him in real life and you bring that up to him, he'll let you know that. I think I got it on the interview somewhere. I got it on. I think when I interviewed him, I made him say it. I made him say it. Or I got the like the short. I got it. Cause I always make the Blade bring that up, man. I'll be like, the Blade. He a cool dude, man. Shout out to Iran Barkley, man. Know what I mean? Iran Barkley used to blow up. If you know, you know. That guy, he would make that weight. Then the next day you see him before the fight. You be like, God damn, who the fuck is this? Where did Iran go? He'd be like, yo, where did Iran? Yo, you talk about Devin Haney putting on 25 pounds. Iran Barkley was a different type of dude, man. Different type of dude, man. Different, man. Shout out to the Blade, man. Yeah, twice, Tope. He beat him twice, man. He beat him twice. Look. You know what, Tope? Since we here, we just talking boxing right now, because that's all we doing now. We talking boxing. Look, right? I'm gonna close out of this. All right, I'm gonna close out of this, right? Hold on. We'll stop this. We'll go over here, right? We'll go over here, Tope, because I can't keep giving the free consultations, right? Tope, you said it. I gave out enough tonight. So now we'll go over here. We'll talk. We'll talk a little bit boxing, have a little bit of fun. We'll talk a little bit of boxing, have some fun now, right? But I want y'all to catch this. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun, right, Tope? Look. Because these guys say I talk too much. Actually, I know too much. I do. But everybody can learn from each other. But what I just said is true. And I'm going to show you this, right? Now, I know this because like I said, I have interviewed Iran. I talked to him numerous times, right? I talked to the man numerous times, right? So you come here and we put who beat Tommy Hearns twice. Look, I still got it up there. Look, let's see what comes up. Oh, look, the fight. The fight was closely contested with Barkley picking up his second victory over Hearns via split decision. Man, you see that, Toe? You see that? Look, see that? That's all you got to do sometimes. See, a lot of these guys, they don't do that. They don't do no research. But they come on here, they talk boxing. And my link is right here, man. Anybody want to come on and talk to me? Please feel free to come on and talk to me, man. Come on and talk to me. If not, like I said, he said, yo, you keep giving it away for free. Each one teach one, brother. I'm not giving it away for free right now, Tope. I'm in the game, brother. I am in the game. What I'm doing right now is coming back on, and I'm throwing it in all of these naysayers' faces, all of the ones that didn't want to support me on YouTube as a content creator and thought they were stopping what I was doing. But I have yet to see many of them upgrade like this. Look, I'm upgraded right now as a content creator, Tope. So hold on, let me show my background, man. I'm upgraded, Tope. When I go live at the crib sometimes, I do that shit for fun. I don't have to go live at the crib no more. So, if you don't know, look, let's take this down, right? Let's take this down. Let's take it down, right? See where I'm at tonight? Once again. See where I'm at? I don't have to go live at the crib no more. If I can go live at the crib if I choose to. You know, I like to go live in my equipment because that shows another side of the source experience. You know, when I want to come in a professional setting and sit back. Remember, I started out in the cubicles. I ain't in no goddamn cubicle now, but the cubicle was roomy too. Look, let me get up and walk around. Hold on. All right, I did a lap. I did a lap, man. I did a lap, man. I just did a lap, man. I felt like doing a lap. I felt like exercising. But yeah, man, I don't have to do that there, man. I got my own setup right now. You know, they come on here and discuss boxing, you know, because that's what we do on this internet every day, right? We discuss boxing, you know, we discuss boxing, right? That's what we're doing now. We're discussing boxing, you know. But why these guys don't want to discuss boxing with me? Maybe it's because they talked about me, they lied on me, they hated on me, they tried to shut doors and close windows and gates. Well, look how the windows, the gates, everything still opened up. And now we're talking boxing. So come on here, let's talk boxing. Let's talk boxing. let's talk boxing. Absolutely. Coach Reed, come over here. Let the people see you. Let the people see you, Coach
Got
Reed.
me saying, oh my mind.
Oh my my. That's right. Oh my my. Appreciate you, Ren. You're done with that? You're done with that? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. See, it's level changing around here, man. Shout out to Coach Reed for coming in and kicking it, right? Right? Hey, what do I know, right? What do I know? But we talking boxing, man. Nobody don't want to talk no boxing with me. You sure you don't want to talk no boxing with me no more, man? You know, I started out with my phone, man. Listen, I started out with my phone, right? I want to share this. Let's talk, fuck it. So since we ain't talking boxing, let's just talk about growth, right? Let's talk about growth, right? And having a vision, right? And staying the course, like Cousin Buddy would tell me, right? Cousin Buddy said tunnel vision. That's why I always use that tunnel vision. Like you got to be like a horse, right? Literally, the horses, the thorough horses, like the Kentucky Derby winners. They be like this. They be locked in. All they see, they in the thing, and they break out. All they see is this. They be locked in tunnel vision. That's what I had, tunnel vision. I started out on my phone, tunnel vision. Ran laps on dudes, right? Like I'm doing right now with this talking about shit. I'm running laps on dudes, man. Tunnel vision, right? But let's talk about success and growth, right? Why do people come on this internet all the time, right? And they will talk about people that are successful in whatever walk of life it is, right? Blogging, a successful business person, having a successful work career, right? They talk about all these people that are successful. They will know people in real life that are successful in doing things that they see go from A to B to C to D, right? But yet, when these same people that they know are successful and present their steps of success and the moves that they made and they show it, these same people will try to ignore it, downplay it, or act like these people did not make these moves, right? But like I said, they will see somebody on the internet that they do not know, never met, but praise the same person or praise the same individuals that somebody that they know, that they watch in real life do some of the same things. Hopefully you caught that sauce. Hopefully y'all caught that, man. But let's get the background up, man. Like I like to promote and market my stuff. No shade, right? And I can keep this up there. This is nice. Look. See, look, I could pop lock it here if I wanted to. Look. Mm, 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 mm. mm, 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 mm. You know, but let me put my stuff up though, right? Let's put my stuff up. You know, it's cool. It's cool to show the growth and all of that. But I always like to show my growth. Let's show my growth. I still pop lock for y'all. Y'all remember the pop lock? Y'all was y'all digging the pop locking? Yeah, y'all was digging the pop locking. Shout out to WCS in the building. Let's get WCS in here. Round of applause. WCS, you are on deck. How are you doing this evening?
What's good, man? Shanewz on deck. I was just letting you know that your soundboard, I'm not hearing the effects.
Yeah, it's probably low. Cause I got the
Oh,
microphone on, man. Whenever I have the headset, it's good. When I bring out the microphone, the soundboard. Like I said, I'm not an engineer. I'm gonna learn it, but
yeah, it's all
whenever
good,
I bring
man.
the microphone out, it always gets a little loopy.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, man, and show your support. What's good? What's the topic, man?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
streets.
You mind if I interview you, man? Cause I seen you cooking with that hot grease, man. I wanna talk to you about what you was talking about because you inspired me this evening to talk about leverage and what Boots Ennis could have did or should have did, you know. But where did you drop some gems because another content creator says that his sources is saying that Frank Martin is going to be Tank's opponent, and I like what you said about the leverage and as far as why would Tank even consider fighting a guy who actually, in all respect, Frank Martin brings nothing to the table.
True, true. I mean, people talk about the business. I'm not really in the numbers. You more so orientated in that line, in that position as a role player. But when it comes down to Frank Martin, being in the rankings, even, we have to look at it like that. Yeah, he in the top 10 of, the WBC, so to speak. But is he a bigger name than Isak Cruz? No,
At
no.
all.
You know what
At
I'm
all.
saying? Vasily Lomachenko? No. Um, Edwin De Los Santos? Well, De Los Santos, he's been in there with Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? We can say Frank Martin. We can't say that about Frank Martin. What about William Cepeda? You know what I'm saying? What about George Kambosos? He been in there with T.O. So what I was pretty much putting out there, I was like, what purpose would it serve if you're trying to jumpstart a fight schedule under Amazon Prime to bring Frank Martin with Javante Davis, who's been on pay per view and all that? I mean, that you can't back that up after doing a fight with Ryan Garcia. You can't bring in Frank Martin. That makes no sense. That
Damn,
makes no
hot,
dollars. That makes no sense, man.
hot grease, man.
You
Hot
know what I'm
grease
saying? So
gems.
why would it happen? You make how much a tank make, like 50 some million or
50
whatever
million. Yeah.
to Frank. What Frank Martin gonna do?
A quarter, man. He's drinking a quarter water, man. He's, I'm telling you, you sparked me today, man. I gotta give you your flowers. 'Cause that's why I said I need to talk about this boots in the situation. Because when I heard you speaking on that, I was like, man, combat is breaking this shit down. And then I wanted to say this on your live, but you shut it down when speaking on Frank Martin, right? Because you was killing it, right? This is what they would say. They were like, why would he even consider fighting him? And the audience that Frank could bring, Tank already runs. So what is
Correct.
he bringing? What are
That's
you bringing
that's
to the
facts.
party, bro? You don't even have a bag of chips to bring, man. What are you bringing? Your audience is Tank's audience, but Tank's got that audience already on steroids.
Yeah, true, man.
That's why I said Tank, fight him, Tank. Give him 800,000 and the rest of it donate to me in combat, man. You could hit
For
the
real.
cash app behind the scenes
For
and we
real,
won't say
right?
nothing about it. But give him 800K.
That's all
Straight
he
like
need,
that.
man.
Tell him 800K, take it or leave it. Word. Tell
This
him
this this is
800K.
another angle I was taking. I couldn't quite understand either. Um, Shaw News is that Devin Haney came off the belts. You have the
Yes.
IBF and the WBO. Why isn't these so-called experienced content creators, they just willing to go out here and just speak on throwing a name with Javante Davis? Javante is not an ordinary fighter. This man has just came off Ryan Garcia and did over $1 million supposedly pay-per-view buys. So what leverage do Frank Martin has? Nothing. You have the IBF and the WBO title that's vacant right now.
For real.
Why would you report that shit? That Frank Martin will be facing Javante under Man Down Promotions, and he absolutely has zero leverage, man.
Well,
Zero. What is he leveraging against this negotiation?
Well, you gotta look at it like this: when you're dealing with content creators who are known to be, whatever, they put out untruths, right? And they really don't look at it from the business standpoint, because a lot of times they're just putting stuff out for their audience to click on and listen to, so they can be like, oh, such and such said this and such said that. When as what you actually said earlier makes the most sense. Like, why wouldn't you go grab a belt leverage? So now when you are trying to get a Javante Davis or a big name, you actually have something to offer other than, like you stated earlier, your affiliation with a fighter who right now is looking kind of crazy on the internet with all these excuses.
Real.
So it's like I don't know, man. But like I said, nobody listens to us, Combat. We are the smaller channels that actually go to fights and talk to managers and talk to actual players in the game, on the scenes, behind the scenes. So I don't know, man. Maybe, like I said, I got to get back with the mole. I think that one that I did yesterday, and I didn't want to leak out that I have a mole in Team Spence, because now they'll probably fire him or get rid of him, right? But I think I need to start doing that. Just getting with the mole, putting out messy insider secrets from teams,
Hey, that mole told you some great information. You was on point with a lot of that stuff, man. You kind of went against the grain with what they were saying out there on those other channels, though. You know what I'm saying? You just got to stay focused on what you're doing. If the mole is telling you that, hey, put it out there, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You got people saying we might potentially have our first fight on Mars come 2025. You know what I'm saying? They're taking it to space.
Yeah, for real. I just think everything that's just been going on this 2024 with Spence coming back. He came back and he's back live on Twitter. But I just think the antics that he pulled, because like I said, when you have any type of medical procedure, it's usually scheduled in advance.
Mm-hmm.
So for him to know that he was going to have this procedure for his cataracts, and jump out there and tell people that he's back, and have all of his, fans, his YouTube fans especially, just rush to put out content, only now for him to be on Twitter, with these not excuses, with these, he took a shot a week prior to the fight, and he also, he couldn't see, and man, let me give you the what's the name's not working, but I want to applaud you again, man, pulling that medical examine report. Man, that was brilliant. That was brilliant, because a lot of these guys is on here speaking on this and don't even know that the fighters, well, maybe now they do, since Bud talked about it too, and other fighters, but they don't even realize that a fighter has to take an exam and be cleared. But they just went off of what EJ said, that he couldn't see. So I guess they bypassed that exam.
You think?
They
bypassed it?
I think they did, man.
I think they gave him the exam and found, or whatever he possibly. I don't think, really, to be honest, I don't think, they had that as a discrepancy on his exam.
I listen.
Or if they did, there's Shanewz. If they did, it's all about what? The money. It's all boxing is a business. It's all about the money. So can you go in there? I mean, did he get a shot in his eyes? Did he get a shot in his right eye to help the cloudiness go away? You know what I'm saying? He said he had the shit 3 years ago. So that would do post car accident. That would be Danny Garcia. That would be Yordenis Ugas. And he went 12 rounds with DSG, and I think he went what 9 or
10,
10 with
10,
Ugas.
10, 10 with Ugas.
So we didn't hear nothing about no eye, man. The only eye that we really was talking about was the one he had on his mouthpiece.
He was the eye collector. That's the eye. He was the eye collector. Now, yeah, you see, man, Combat, why you starting it up tonight, man? You see how the universe and karma just came full circus on this? Well, not circus. I know you're thinking I'm calling him a clown. No, full circle. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that, Mr. Magoo. But this was the same guy that always talked about taking people's eyes, and he's the eye collector. Now the excuses that he's putting out is about his eyes.
Oh man, they terrible too.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I just don't appreciate him puppetizing. You know, the media always talk about fighters doing that, and he did it, man. He said he was back, knowing damn well 3 years ago you had eye situation, but you put out a tweet saying you back with the same eye situation you did 3 years ago before the fight.
Yeah, you can't make this shit up, man. You can't, man. You can't, man. That's why I was calling him Mr. Magoo, man. Yeah, you can't, man. I'm not even gonna.
I don't mean to cut you out, but I heard you talk about the rib situation.
Yeah.
Well, okay, was it the rib, the side, or what? Because he didn't say nothing about the rib. So what has your mole told you?
They told me I wasn't supposed to bring that up. I wasn't supposed to bring that up. That they forgot about that. But that's why I said I was like, yo, the so-called Team Spence insider guys said that he had a broken rib. They didn't say nothing about his eyes being fucked up. What happened? But he comes out and says it was his eye. My eye. I can't see. But now he did. He cleaned it up. He got a shot. So, man, this guy, listen, we're in the business. I'm going to speak with the mole. I want to know the people that he had paid off, because he got the fight with damaged eyes and a broken rib. Yeah. So who is he slipping something to that they are clearing him with damaged eyes and a broken rib? You know, who's he down with, man?
I have no idea. We need to find out how that all works out. We need to get in that equation and get paid.
Yes, for real.
We need to facilitate the next time they want to clear somebody who has all these discrepancies.
For real.
Bro.
I was asking the mole. I said, "Yo, was Tony Weeks a part of this?" And he didn't want to give out too much information because he felt like, he said, "Yo, I made him hot." I made him hot.
Tony Weeks hot right now, so it wouldn't behoove you to bring him up. He hot, man.
He said the live I did yesterday, he's hot right now. He says they don't know it's him yet, but he's hot. I said, why would they know it's you, man? You didn't put out no content on it. Right? You know what I'm saying? I said I was the only one speaking on it. It ain't like I put out a video of them getting beat up in the gym, But what was that guy's name again that beat him up?
McAlooey,
yes. I couldn't think of his name yesterday, man. Because I wanted people to understand, like, I'm not speculating. This isn't the first time that he got beat up in Spawn. The McAlooey guy beat him up, man.
Yeah.
And popped his eye out, man. He heard a pop. Remember, that's what he said. Listen, I'm not making this stuff up. I do journalist work. Yeah. The man said that. Earl Spence said that. I heard a pop. We were spawning. I heard a pop. McAlooey, man. Shout out to McAlooey. Nobody has seen him yet. He's probably still getting paid, man.
I'm just curious. Like, you got to factor in that Diddy James, it was on record as saying, what? Errol Spence head is clear, but he's not in the gym yet. He ain't said nothing about anything. Like, he had all these freaking injuries and shit, but Diddy James ain't never mentioned anything like that. Ain't never even led us to that, that little area of concern. Never. Diddy James didn't lead us to any of that.
He don't know. You ask him a question. I don't know. I don't know. He don't never know.
He must have signed an NDA or something.
Yeah,
for real. As a coach, he must have signed an NDA, bro. For real.
Yeah, that guy don't know nothing, man. He don't know nothing. I don't know
nothing. Non-thing. You don't know non-thing.
Yeah, he never knows nothing. I don't know. I don't know.
It's
Listen,
interesting though. I think you said it on your live that he's supposed to be out 8 weeks.
yeah, 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
That's the healing
So
process.
that takes away this month, of course, February.
Yeah.
That takes away March.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That takes away March. So pretty much, getting fight camp, minimal 8 weeks, right? April, May. We're looking at July probably again.
Oh man, well he needs the time off.
We're looking at
Indeed.
July again. Please don't schedule that fight anywhere close to the date that they had last year.
Yeah, he needs the time off, man. Yo, Combat, you seen that ass whooping he took, man. That wasn't
I
a
did,
normal.
man.
That wasn't a normal ass whooping, man.
Oh, that wasn't, bro.
That
That
wasn't.
wasn't a normal ass whooping.
That
I'm
wasn't,
glad it wasn't a normal ass whooping.
that wasn't a normal ass whooping, man.
That shit was an abnormal, unorthodox ass whooping.
We unfortunately we wasn't in the building. I couldn't look back at you and connect eyes when he got dropped in the
Yeah,
second
for real.
round.
Imagine that. You got thousands of people in there, and then you look back and lock eyes with another content creator, another bum, and y'all connect and say, this can't be happening. This
Something ain't right.
This cheating.
Yeah, something ain't right. But the thing to me that is funny, right? If all it's like this, right? Reporting on the sport of boxing, right? All these guys, after he got obliterated, how he got obliterated, that's when all these guys came out and said all these things that they knew prior to the fight happening. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You guys was just still on your high horse that he was just gonna go in there and be the bigger guy. Because remember the content that was coming out. Man, look how small Bud is. He's too little. Oh, but after he got dogged war, that's when all you guys knew. Oh, a month before the fight, his rib was broke. He wasn't sparring. You guys didn't. Where was all that at? See, you don't want me to go back and get on you guys about this. You guys wasn't talking none of that. Bud was too small. This is that the prior to the month. He was too small. Oh man, look how small he looks. Man, EJ's gonna kill him. He's gonna whoop him like a horse, Kunta. And then he gets whooped like a horse and broke like a buck and all of this. Oh, his rib was broke. A month before the fight, he couldn't even spar. But then Quentin Randall do an interview, say that he was sparring him. Yeah. So Quentin Randall, another professional prize fighter, said that they were sparring. He was getting work with Earl. Yeah. But content creators put out the narrative that a month prior to the fight, he sustained a rib injury and wasn't sparring. I don't know, man. These guys, I don't know, man.
Something ain't adding up, bro.
I don't know, man.
Just like them tweets with bro in it. Some ain't adding up.
Yeah. Bro, what are you doing, bro? That was bro. That was bro that was in the car on the live. Yo, bro, what are you doing?
You don't know you online, bro? Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, that was bro, man. That was bro, man. Do what?
Hey, it's terrible. It's a terrible situation because we're trying to find out. Okay, backing up a little bit, Spence, he was quiet. I give him that. He wasn't saying too much. He was in between the fight. When I spoke on when Jermell Charlo was fighting Canelo Alvarez. We kind of wanted to know if Errol Spence was going to show up. Errol Spence didn't show up to support him.
Nah, he did the FaceTime call. Yeah, he did the FaceTime.
He did the FaceTime call, but it's not like being in person. Yeah. And for what I understood, that he didn't want to answer none of them questions that he was going to get asked. You know what I'm saying? So he bailed out of that, gave a FaceTime. Yeah. And, people was kind of waiting. His fans was kind of waiting. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to make an appearance, because all he have to do is make an appearance and don't say shit to his fans, and they go crazy.
Yeah, they love it. They soak it up.
Yeah, they go crazy. So he comes out, and how does he come out to the fan? He just do a fucking live stream again, bro. Yeah. He do a live stream and don't say shit to his fans. No.
Well, when that's what you always do for them, into them, and they accept it, and they still idol worship you could do that. But listen, I want to say this, Combat, because they always say I'm an Earl Spence basher. And Earl Spence's defense, right? In Earl Spence's defense, what you just brought up about him not showing up to the fight. That fight, I believe, was in September 30th. He fought July 29th. He tweeted out 3 months. So that fight will fall underneath that 3-month window. Maybe he didn't want to beat up anybody because he tweeted in that 3-month period, he was vulnerable. So maybe returning back to the T-Mobile massacre with the crime, well, not the crime, because it was a legit assault, right? Where the assault took place at, he might have had a flashback. That's in that 3-month period when he said he was liable to get a lawsuit and beat up a supporter of Terrence Crawford. I'm pretty sure he would have ran into somebody in Vegas and they would have brought something up about that. So maybe that's why he didn't go.
Great point, man. When I heard you initially start to say, damn, he put the focus on and he got the time travelers on. You know what I'm saying? That knowledge is drippy and being pulled out of, you know what I'm saying, the archives. You're right, man. He said that he was vulnerable for the 3 months, August, September. You know what I'm saying? He was down to throw down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? August, September, he was vulnerable to catch a lawsuit. You right?
Yeah. That's why, listen, I want to put out accurate information over here because whenever I say something about the guy, I get phone calls. Oh, why are you talking about him? Why? No, this is what he said. What do you mean? Yeah. What do you mean? I'm speaking on what he spoke on or tweeted on. So what do you mean? He said he didn't want to beat nobody up. September 30th is in that 3 months. Maybe he would have went out there and beat up a random fan for no reason. Because like he said, if they would have came out the neck or they would have came sideways, well, stay in the house. You know, stay on the farm, feed the chickens, ride the horses, you know, do what you do. You know, don't come out and answer questions for your fans.
I think we would have been okay though, because the mole had informed us that, you know, that his rib, his side, and his eye. So automatically, if I would have went up there and asked a question, if he would have, you know, opened up like, you know, what he was gonna do, I would have knew the places to attack first.
Yeah. No, me personally, listen.
I would have poked him in the eye first.
Nah, me personally, what I would have did, right? I study and I read the Robert Greene book, Strategies of War. If I would have even have felt the aggression that he was trying to do something to me, I would have used one of the strategies in the art of war. I would have said, yo, there goes Terrence. And that would have, you know, got the attention off because we're in Vegas where he got assaulted and he would have looked for Terrence in fear of getting his ass whooped again. And I could have did a pume and got out of there.
Yeah, right. Or you could have told him there was a stoplight coming up. You know what I'm saying? It would have worked either way.
Yeah, that too.
I don't like them intersections too much.
Oh yeah. He said that too. Yeah, that's another one. That is another one. Yo, what do you think about these fights this weekend? I see some people trying to say that Arthur might be old. Father Time might catch up to him this weekend. What do you think about that?
Well, put it this way, Shanewz, that Bud Crawford is just as old as, you know, just a little bit younger than Artur Beterbiev, or whatever. So he hasn't been in a fight at this age that he's shown that he's getting a little bit, you know what I'm saying, antiquated, or it's time for him to hang it up. You saw Callum Smith. You know, he hasn't had a flawless performance against the first Callum. Callum Johnson dropped him, I think, in the second round. You know what I'm saying? He dropped him with a left hook. So that was Callum Johnson. Let's see what Callum Smith, because the time that I thought Callum Smith should do his work against Canelo, he just became a freaking 6'15" punching bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just stood up there and let Canelo just punch him and punch him. And it was disappointing, bro. But hopefully at this 175, he goes in there and uses his range and don't allow Beterbiev to freaking close distance or whatever.
Get off on him, yeah.
I mean, I like Beterbiev though. Just like you said when you was over there, you following the man. I mean, he was cool, for a Russian. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
He was cool.
Yeah, nah, he's
Who you
official.
going for though?
I'm going for King Arthur, man.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm listen, and that's hard for me to say because you know who Caleb Smith's trainer is, Buddy McGirt. But you see
Okay,
how we
for
look.
sure.
Now, if I was a biased individual, I'd be like, oh fuck that, I'm going with Buddy. Buddy's my family. Now I'm going with King Arthur.
Yeah.
You know, I like King Arthur, man. Arthur's my kind of guy, man. He goes. He's a blue collar fighter. Not saying Caleb Smith's not, but I've been around Arthur. I covered Arthur. He's a blue collar fighter. He'll talk to you. He'll take a picture. These are guys that I like.
See, that's fun. That's another gem you're talking about. Covering fights and seeing fighters. You report on fighters differently when you see them in person and connect with them, especially in journalism. That's the only message I'm trying to tell y'all. It's different. You go to these fights, you meet fighters, you see how they're moving, and when their name come up like this, you remember that time. You say, "Oh, now I'm rocking with King Arthur for this reason right here."
For real. Listen, I walked around the Metal Detectors with him and his team. Why would I front on that guy? He didn't pull a Newark. You remember when we was in Newark and we're not gonna mention names, but a guy tried to sneak in and we had to say, yo, he's not with us. He's not with us. You don't have to
mention names. You can mention colors.
He's not with us. When I walked into Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena, Arthur, shout out to Arthur and my guy Russ with Rival Boxing. They did not say, wait, this guy's not with us.
Correct.
I walked right in with them.
I mean, the audacity for somebody to try to walk in, on your coattail is that's wrong. That's wrong.
Exactly.
If you don't acknowledge that person outside of the arena, why try to slide in on their coattail? No, don't do that, man. That's not cool.
Nah, at all. But that's how some people operate, man. When they're bigger than you, when you're in the rafters. I think I was still a rafter boy then, and I was in the rafters.
We have some good sights up in the rafters.
Oh, of course. They see, but they wouldn't know that. They
have a whole show up there, goddamn.
They don't know where the candy comes to, They don't know where the ones that they lust over be coming to, right? They don't know.
Dang.
They don't know. And tell us, oh, I think you dropped your lens. Is that your lens right there? Yes, it is. Thank you.
You're not lying, man. Exclusive.
Combat letting out some gems on y'all tonight, man.
You had to be there to see it. So this is nothing you can see from afar behind this screen. No, the camera would never give you that
at all.
You had to be there with your own two eyes.
You had to be in the rafters, but sometimes the rafters is good, man. Especially when you have a whole section to yourself.
Oh hell yeah!
A whole media section to yourself, and then you're eating and you're just doing everything. The
I guess concession stand is like 2 feet behind you, 2 or 3 feet behind you. You just go up there. Hey, yeah.
I'll take this
or
burger.
When we at the Stewart, we got the
vouchers. Don't talk about that. I talked about that the other day. I said, man, I miss waking up, going to get those gourmet breakfasts and those omelets, and then lunchtime the salmon and man the Mediterranean bowls and all that good stuff. I miss that, man. But I'm hearing that they're going to be going back to the Stewart soon, man.
That's good, man. That's good news.
Yeah.
That's tradition. That is a staple. That's a landmark.
Yeah.
Man, all that shit. The Stewart, man. Good times.
All the time,
Stewart, man.
All the time, man.
I mean, for those of us that cover fights, I don't know how many are listening in that cannot relate, but the Stewart has, embedded history, man. Embedded history when it comes to boxing.
I think covering the Stewart Hotel fights. Because you got to remember, I there's no shame in my game. I admit this. I came in the game a Team Spence media guy, or the fake cousin, right? So when I did start working around Top Rank and ESPN and having access to the Stewart Hotel, it was like being a caged animal. right? Being in the zoo. I felt like a zoo animal, right? And now I was placed out in the wilderness, right? And when you're in the steward or you're around top rank events and other events, and the fighters are like right there with you, right? And now when you're, trying to do your media work, you don't have to ask, is it all right if I ask this guy for an interview? They're sitting right here next to you. You're talking to them. You can walk up to them. Nobody's telling you, what are you doing? Put your equipment away. You can't do this now. It was like an out-of-body experience for me. So it took me some time to get used to this. But once I got used to it, man, you bring up that the Xander interview all the time, man. That's when I knew I had arrived, because I knew I wasn't scared no more. I didn't have that PBC media mentality no more.
Yeah, on the spot. Got to be ready to go on the spot.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
But I still, I still gotta, highlight one of the best PBC cards when we first met and you introduced me to Spence's uncle. And the whole crew was there. The Russell brothers was there. Man, that Brooklyn was going off, man. That lobby was packed.
Packed, yes, absolutely.
Man, that lobby was packed. That was a PBC card, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a PBC card, man.
Yes, it was.
I mean, that shit was packed, man. And,
Mauricio Suleiman, Leonard Ellaby, Deontay Wilder, the Russell brothers, you name them. Everybody. Those were the golden days, man. Yeah. Those were the golden days.
That shit went by pretty quick too, huh?
Yeah. Those were the PBC golden days. They just I don't know what happened with them. They just switched, man. But it is what it is, They just switched up, man, the PBC. They got like real. It is. I think with them, they just like a lot of goofiness, respectfully, right? They like characters, right? You can't be a grown man, right? You gotta be like you gotta be like a kid or something. Like you gotta be like a little goofy or something. It's not the same. Whereas like, and I'm not gonna mention the names, but with Top Rank, right? We had a situation. Couple of fights, but we were able to go to people and work it out. It wasn't like, okay, no, you were supposed to do that. He can't do that. You said it. It's none of that. But with them over there, it would have been, oh no, that's unacceptable. It doesn't work that way. Like, what do you mean it doesn't work that way? Aren't we all professionals?
Yeah, for real.
But like I said, man, shout out to Top Rank, man. And listen. Combat to tell you, the business with Top Rank always wasn't like this for me.
Yeah, for
sure. It
always
wasn't like this. But we learned one another. They respected what I do. I respect what they do. Whereas the PBC never respected anything I did. They just didn't. I don't get that. But they ran with a lot of my shit. You know what I'm saying? But yet you didn't respect what I do. But man, Team Spencer, it don't make sense. That's mine. That's mine. I invented that. I created that. But you never liked what I did.
And also to mention that there was some bright moments in that one fight week. I can say that one fight week, man. That that we had where, the intro that I showed with Deontay saying to this day, I think you was right there too.
Yeah.
He was right there by the tunnel too.
Yeah. The PBC was beautiful at one point, man.
Yeah, at one point it was cool. It wasn't
remember he had the store down. Like some of my illest moments coming up was with the PBC. Remember he had the store. Yeah. He opened the store out there in Brooklyn, right around the corner from the Barclays Center. How he used to embrace the fans because the projects is right around the corner. Yeah. And he knew a lot of those people couldn't afford to come to the fights, but he would stay out there and take pictures. Yeah, they would try to rush him off to the Brooklyn Marriott Hotel. And he'd be like, nah, I got this. I'm out here. And take pictures and embrace the people. It used to be crazy. Man, Combat, man, you're starting something tonight. They are not going to watch my channel now, man. They're not going to watch my channel.
The only thing we doing is just giving them a window to what it is covering fights back then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You had to be there, boots on the ground, to understand what is being spoken on, period. And you might call it, you can call it whatever you want. You hear Shanewz, brag about, his travels and how far he marched. But I'm gonna tell you, this is an intelligent individual. It's certain things that he's told, not just from me, various people. It takes one freaking time to do it. In the Marine Corps, we call them leaders. We call them future leaders. We call them individuals that's ready for meritorious promotions. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to tell them 10 times to do something when it comes to what? Growth. And he's picked up the ball and ran with it, man, since day one. It was a snap of a finger. He started, boom, this step, that step, that step, that step, over and over again. Who was up there telling him? You know what I'm saying? He was telling himself, I got to continue to get better. I got to get this done. I didn't teach him how to use no freaking camera. He learned that shit by himself from the camera that he got. Look at him. The rest is history, man. I mean, hey, I don't mean to seem, old, but I am proud of you, man. I'll tell you this behind the scenes all the time. But I saw you when you just had the phone. You know what I'm saying? I saw you when you got there interview. I say, damn, that's Antoine. That motherfucker dropping knowledge like that. Hey, I get an interview. You know what I'm saying? We don't. Hey, man, it was good times, man. Real talk.
I appreciate all those gems you gave me, from the watermark to now the cameras, man. Cause that's my new passion. I mean, I'm a photographer. And whenever I apply for credentials at flights now, and what's the name of them always be like videographer, or I'll be like, nah, photographer. No videographer. Yeah. I'm not doing
still photographer, guys.
I'm a still photographer. I don't want to be a videographer. They be like YouTuber, no, photographer. I'm trying to be in the corral again. You want to be in the corral? I'll do the corral. I'll do it.
You don't want to be no online editor sitting down there in one spot, can't take pictures that close.
Yeah, nah.
No, we goddamn go to still photographer, and then you go from there up there in the rafters down to the corral.
Oh man!
And yes, the corral is close enough to trip a referee.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. It is a referee, a coach, anybody.
Hey, Stitch be bumping into you going up there, in between rounds.
Man, you right there, man. I tell you what, man. For you guys that never actually shot a fight at the corral, right? Don't wear your best garments, because if it's a gruesome, bloody fight, it's gonna get on you.
Oh yeah,
and you got to sign that waiver.
Yep.
And you got to sign that waiver.
Yeah, tell them about the waiver for those who haven't really experienced that. They need to.
Now, man, you know what, Combat? Maybe we'll do a live on that.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll pull up those documents, and since we're the rafter guys,
Yeah.
since we're the rafter guys, right? We'll pull up the waiver forms. Have you guys seen any of the waivers? No, like I said, a lot of you guys ain't been in the rooms, man. You guys don't know about these things, man. You don't know about these things.
It's a funny moment that I always remember when when Blue pulled out his cannon bag, when I said, told him to step his game up, he pulled out a whole bag full of camera equipment. He said, I don't carry this. I work smarter, not harder.
Not harder,
so you got all the camera equipment, which you don't want to use the shit. You could have just donated that to us.
Yeah, that was classic. Yeah, oh man. I remember that.
And don't even use the shit, bro.
Yeah, I remember. That's what I knew then, right? I was like, man, some content creators, they will never be able to give it up to guys, but they really watch and they listen to guys, but they could never give it up, because it was like, yo, when you dropped that and he did that video and said all that, it's like, bro, why are you doing this? You watched the man. You're listening to what he's saying about you in order for you to do this. You know what I'm saying? Just give it up, man. But you don't know guys. You don't know us.
When he couldn't get in, he's not with us. Sorry.
Yeah, for real, man.
I mean, you got it. You got it off the block, man. You got it off being there. Even though, some of these content creators, not many, was there before you and I. You know what I'm saying? But it's not just how you start; it's how you progress. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's been progressing real good, man. You got Coach Rain, you know what I'm saying, CEO the Saya.
Yeah.
You got Jahad Tucker, his part. You got the whole team, Coach Terry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
Coach
Joe
Terry.
Daney.
Yeah, Dame.
Some of you
Joe.
might not know those names because you don't attend fights, nor did you try to interview the fighter and
Yeah,
see
Joe
that he's a
Daney.
future star. And then not to forget $1 Million Molly,
Yeah,
who
Marley's the
who's gonna
one.
be on deck, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Million
pay
Dollar
attention to
Marley.
those names now.
Yeah, Million Dollar Marley is the hottest thing smoking. We are currently trying to get him an NIL. You know, Marley, they better get with him now, man.
Say less. NIL, okay, all right.
They
They
better
about to
get
get
with
that
him.
man an NIL. Oh my God,
They better get with him now, man.
that's crazy, man.
He's 14. You know, he's a 4-time defending national champion, future Olympian, Team USA. You know, hey man, what do I know, man? What
Man,
do
they're
I
gonna be
know?
sick with you, man. Don't let
What do
Molly NIL come out too many zeros, man. Don't do it.
what do I know? You know what do I know, man?
Then I think you will be the only fighter. I mean, not only fighter, the only like content creator that will be attached to something like that. Have a fighter who has an NIL. I don't think anybody else is really trying to progress their fighters up to that point to be legitimate. You know what I'm saying? To build a brand up. That's big.
I don't know why. If the guy's the goods, why wouldn't you? You know,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you? And Marley is the creme de la creme. He's gained the stats at an early age to show it. You know, 4 consecutive. It's not 4 straight consecutive. 3
Yeah.
consecutive undefeated years. You know, these are numbers. You guys talk about numbers, right? These are the numbers.
Yeah, for real.
You know, since y'all talk about the numbers, those are the numbers, man. But Combat, man, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. You know, you are always welcomed over here. Continue to keep putting out that hot grease, man. I gave you your flowers, man. You're live today on Leverage, and Frank Martin inspired this, man, for me to talk about Boots. For those of y'all that's going to play this back, I talked about Boots earlier and Leverage and what I felt that he should have won with Matchroom. The reasons why, but definitely play that back in the beginning.
Because I was on my way back to the crib. I'm going to hit the replay on that.
Yeah.
That's a good suggestion, him going to Matchroom and trying
Yeah,
to.
Conor Bennett's over there. He would have made a King's Ransom fighting that guy, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
King's Ransom. And it would have raised his profile up. He wouldn't have been a theater fighter. I'm just saying, I read a tweet. Buzz said he was a theater fighter. Don't get mad at me, man.
Theater? Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
T.O. just fought in the Hulu theater too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After fighting in MSG.
Yeah.
So, is it that bad?
No, it's not. It's not.
I think it's only bad when you fight in the big arena, then you get downgraded to a
Downgrade. Absolutely. And that's what Bud, you see, man, another gem just dropped by Combat right there, man. Soak that in. Hot grease, what he just gave you. See, that is the reason why Bud is saying that it's not worth him to fight this guy. Bud is fighting in the T-Mobile Arena, packed out. 20 plus $1 million gate, 700 some pay-per-views. He got to get Canelo or he got to get Spence again. He has to get somebody that, that is matching that capability.
Yes, sir.
So that's when he's saying theater, he's not, downing Boots. He's just saying that Boots hasn't reached that range and potential yet.
True. I agree.
You know,
You talking about a fighter who's, been there, done that. Regardless of them keep on trying to, crap on this freaking resume, he gonna keep on shining regardless, man.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna let you get up out of here. Those of you that was tuning in to the live, man, you know what I'm saying, continue to support the News by Shaw News, man. Intelligent mind in boxing, doing big things behind the scene. You know what I'm saying? The rest is history. All you got to do is just sit and watch the future play out. That's all you got to do. Shout out to Team Tucker. Both Jahai and Molly. Shout out to Coach freaking Music and Terry and Joe Daney, the whole crew. And man, big shout out to you, man. Continue to demonstrate, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the numbers.
Yeah.
You're doing big things. You smart.
I appreciate you too. And I don't know if you caught this earlier, if you was in the live or not. And I was talking about media guys, and I said how you was one of the media guys, man. So I want to tell you that too. And I was speaking on the fact that how fighters and teams, like, you know, Ellie's a Team Spence media guy and a Team Tank Davis media guy. I was like, WCS is one of our media guys. The fighters have their media guys, their favorites that they rock with. And I wanted to let you know that if you didn't hear that on the live.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. No doubt. Team Tucker for sure, man. It ain't no question, no doubt. But, man, I definitely will be on a little bit later, man. Great live today.
Appreciate you, man.
I'll be love.
Yeah, I'll be over there to rock out with you, man. One thing about your lives, very entertaining, very witty. You always bring that funny edge in there. It's going to be something you're going to say that is going to be hilarious. Always. Like today, that's what I'm telling you. The Frank Martin breakdown, man, you spot on, man. Spot on.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, WCS.
All right, for sure, man. Hold it down. Peace.
Yeah. Shout out to World Combat Sports for pulling up. We are going to wrap this up, right? See, when you start having good conversations, we've been in here an hour and a half. I went in a little longer than what I expected to, but, you know, great conversation, great live. Salute to everybody that stopped through. We'll definitely play this back. Like I said, we're going to continue to keep growing. The soundboard, once again, malfunctioning, but I have a bigger soundboard coming. I think this one was too small. I outgrown it already, but it was for me to learn and play around with, right? And I think it served its purpose. But as you can see, the microphone, hopefully all the audio was good. Like the headphones was phenomenal because I heard everything that Combat was saying crystal clear. So that definitely was working. But we are going to close out. Please play this back, share the content. The news by Shanewz. This is the Source Experience. But hey, what do I know?
This is the Source Experience. The news by Shanewz. But hey, what do I know?
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tuimu-Heloa. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.